Hello everyone and welcome to another beer review. Now, today we have a kind of slightly local beer down to where I am, but it's sold all right across the kind of south of England and probably into kind of the Midlands at least, because I have seen it there as well. And it's quite a good brewery, and I've tried this stuff on draft and well, not this specific one, but I have tried some of their other ones on draft in local pubs, and it's been very, very nice. So it's the Gem Brewery from Bath, is what we're doing today, and we're doing their Amber Ale. It's 4.8%. It's roughly about 180, 190 a bottle, and I've seen it in all supermarkets, from Morrison's to Waitrose to Sainsbury's to Tesco's, so they're all over the place. And there's a little bit of spill in the back. It says, Gem is a full-bodied malty amber ale brewed with traditional British malts and hops, a bittersweet and well-balanced beer. So there we go. And that's it. They didn't feel the need to put on any kind of pairing notes or tasting notes and suggestions for what type of food it goes well with, like oak smoked seafood. And yeah, just very kind of straightforward Bath ales, and of course they were started in 1995. So let's crack it open and see what we've got. Ooh, I'm kind of looking forward to this one because some of the other beers are quite nice, so hopefully this one is the same. Although with my luck just now, I'll probably get the bottle of piss water. Hopefully not. So let's pour it and see what it does. There we go. It's quite nice kind of colour so far. You try and give it a wee bit of a head there, give it a bit of ooh la la. You see. So there you go. This is what it looks like. Not bad looking pint, nice and clear. Some nice malty tones there. Got little hints of floral, very, very slight hints of floral. But yeah, kind of does some kind of nice malty tones. So, let's see what it tastes like. Oh. Right. That's quite nice actually. It reminds me a lot of kind of like, to a certain degree, kind of Old Speckled Hen, kind of Abbot Ale kind of scenario. That kind of more kind of malt forward or slightly more maltier kind of ale, and less so much of the actual hops from that point of view. So you're not really getting really kind of florals, you're not really getting so much of the kind of bitterness from that point of view. But what you are getting, it's a really nice kind of balanced amber ale. And it's very pleasant. And of course, I'm a sucker for malt. I'll be totally honest, just like there's plenty of people out there that are sucker for citrus hops and other types of hops and things like that. I am a more of a sucker for kind of maltier or malt forward beers. But I do like hops there because it does kind of change the balance and make things just that little bit more interesting. And again, gives it another dimension, because again, one of the big problems with any types of beers, whether it's these citrus hop forward beers or malty forward beers and things like that, one of the big problems is that after a while they can get quite one-dimensional and just become boring, just because that's all you're kind of really drinking. So it's good to kind of mix things up and try some things that are kind of maybe outside of your comfort zone, just to kind of seek new horizons, as they say. And there you go. Eh? There's a wonderful tip for life. Seek new horizons. Should be saying that shit on TikTok, shouldn't I? On Facebook. I don't know if anybody actually, spends time on Facebook with my kind of generation, but all these life tips and all these wonderful kind of motivational quotes. I mean, seriously, what a lot of shit. I'll be totally honest. I have a sister sometimes that does that and puts things up on Facebook that are kind of slightly motivational or things like that, or quite dour sometimes as well. It's all about loss and emotions and woe is me and all that type of stuff, and you're thinking, get a grip for fuck's sake, seriously. Calm it down for God's sake. People don't have time for that. I know people can sit there and get lost within themselves and their feelings and emotions and that type of stuff, but my best bit of advice for anybody is you only get one crack at this life. And you don't only spend it sitting there feeling melancholy or feeling kind of sad or emotional. I mean, if you're doing that, then you're wasting your life. You really need to get up and find something to kind of occupy yourself and something to look forward to. Like I've got, because I review beers. I don't do it because I want people to know what beers are like, really, to be totally honest. I do it because I enjoy drinking beer, and it gives me an excuse to try different beers that I probably wouldn't try. So I'm getting a lot out of this. And hopefully you are getting something out of it as well. But as long as I'm getting something out of it, I'll keep doing it. And that's the reality. There you go, there's the honesty. That's why I don't ask people to like or subscribe or do anything. Because to be totally honest, I don't care. Because I'm getting something out of it. So I'm doing it for me. And hopefully other people will get something out of it. But it's not the be all and end all. If they don't like it, fine. Go and watch something else. That's your prerogative, and I hope you enjoy it, whatever you choose to watch. But yeah, I like doing this, and it's enjoyable. And it's also nice to interact with people who make comments and give me their opinions and their views, which is always good as well, because you learn from other people. So I like that kind of interaction, and it's good fun. So my view is, never mind seek new horizons, seek something you enjoy and do it. And that's what it is. Life's too short. Like this. So let's break down the flavours, because we've done enough waffle. Start off with, you get a little bit of sweetness, but you get a nice bit of maltiness as well. A little bit of sweetness, bit of maltiness, a little hint of grain at the start of the mouth. Moves on to the mid-tongue, and the maltiness is still there. The sweetness has kind of died down a wee bit. The maltiness is still there. You're nice to getting some nice grain accents coming through on the mid-tongue there that are blending well with the malt. They're not kind of fighting each other. They're kind of, how would you say, merging together quite nicely. And that runs for the mid-tongue. And then you go into the aftertaste. And what you're getting is ever so slight bitterness, just ever little hints of bitterness in the aftertaste. The grains are dying down, and you're just getting these little hints of little accents of bitterness with the maltiness, and just that little bit of last of the underlying sweetness as well. And it's just lovely balance from front to back. It just really is nicely balanced. It's not an overly strong character beer because it's an amber ale. It's not humongously big on flavour because, again, it's an amber ale. And it's just a nicely brewed, nicely balanced beer. And if you like this type of beer, obviously we're in the winter just now. In fact, we're approaching Christmas quite rapidly. And I'm all organised. Well, I'm saying I'm all organised. I've still to basically sort out that bloody Christmas brew. I've got to obviously start, thinking about after Christmas, kegging it, and then obviously doing some reviews on it. But obviously, the way I want to do it is I'll keg one, review it, keg the second, because technically we've got three versions of it. We've got the original just as is recipe, just conditioning just now. We have another cask That's conditioned just now with treacle in it, or molasses. And we have another one, a third one, which is basically conditioning right now with muscovado sugar in it as well. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like. Now, some of this has been done through recommendations, again, from people who watched the videos, and thanks for their advice and their opinions and everything else. Because one of them says that priming it with treacle is a popular one, same with licorice and things like this. So that's why we're doing this, just to see how it changes it and does it get close to the original. So each one will be basically pitted against the original, because again, if you haven't been watching, it's a kind of a copy of the Old Peculiar from Theakston's. And so it's going to be a kind of darkish kind of ale for that style for Christmas basically. And again, this was suggested by a few of the people who watch it, the nutters, for watching me. But yeah, so their suggestion, it was a really good suggestion. So yeah, this is just a nice kind of well balanced beer, and yeah, it's very enjoyable. It'd be nice in the kind of late spring, coming into summer, just lovely. Also be nice in the summer, just nice. And also just at the start of kind of autumn as well. So it's a good, obviously it's a lighter style, but as you can see, it's got a bit of life to it. It's a nice coating of the glass, it's nice and clear. It's just a very well brewed beer. Now, what would I give this out of 10? There we go. Well, the Gem Brewery, what would I give this out of 10? Well, for an amber ale, there's lots of different ways, and this is just a nice malt forward amber ale. And if you like that kind of style of things, if you're not looking for too much hops, then this is just right up your street. It's slightly kind of Old Speckled Hen-esque and Abbot Ale-esque. So if you like any of them beers, you'll probably like this one. And on that basis, they've brewed it really well. So out of 10, I'm going to give this a 7, because it really is. It's unpretentious. Gives the facts in the back label. The 500ml bottle. It's below the below the £2 mark. It's just what you want. So if you're looking for that style of beer and you fancy a couple of them, this just ticks the box. Poof, no problem at all. No fuss, no gimmicks, no bollocks. There you go. Hope you enjoy it. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Cheers and bye for now.